What's up, everybody? This is Kelowna's Cougar Meat Kid, Colin Cutler, for the World of Great podcast. So, I had no plans to do a video tonight, but I was watching a clip on YouTube from MSNBC, a really recent clip, where they broke down Donald Trump's business history. And there's just one part of this video that I'll get to that I really need to comment on because it is the biggest issue I have with the political climate and the things that I follow and have observed. So I'm going to keep this shot from the neck up because I'm wearing a shirt that says ass man, and I don't think that's politically correct in 2020. So just from here up. So this segment from MSNBC is nothing really new to me because it's a lot of the same information I've gotten from a couple of documentaries I watched. One on Dirty Money, which is a series on Netflix, which I highly recommend to everyone. It has a bunch of different mini documentaries in it. But so in this video, what they're talking about is Trump's the biggest losses Trump ever took was up from like 85 to 95 in that decade. He lost 1.17 billion. Well, that's actually all we know. So actually, to be fair, it could just keep getting worse, but we don't have that information. And I mean, it's pretty daunting, and Trump plays it off as that's just the way business was back then. You had losses and you got tax breaks and blah, blah, blah. But it's pretty damning. And the issues I have, though, and from MSNBC is just kind of the smugness of the video. So it's kind of like watching grade sixers argue. Like, oh, he's so stupid, and look at this, and look at this. And they kind of gloss over a few things. So one is, like, if you watch the documentaries and just kind of read up a little bit of what we do know about Trump, he did do some things after 95 where he got himself into pop culture and into a lot of branding and made some of those losses back. He also created the Donald J. Trump stock, which was a stock in his name in the company Trump, which was losing, well, at this point we know it's 1.17 billion. So it was a failing company, but he created the stock, and because he had such a cult of personality and was pretty mainstream in the 80s and kind of a playboy, and which is kind of gross to think about, a lot of people bought his stock thinking that, it was a successful company and he knew what he was doing. And so he kind of fix some of those losses, accumulated some capital to pay off some of those losses with this Donald J. Trump stock, which is amazing because he paid the losses off for the company with a stock that is out there that people bought because they thought the company was so good. So con artist at his finest. This is why I think Trump is the greatest con artist of all time. So I mean, they talk about like, oh, we'll see what else comes out, and there's a lot of things that they project into the future that we don't really have evidence for. And I'm not a big fan of that, but they're talking how kind of scary this is, and I mean, I agree. And then they kind of start. Like, it's just scary that this is who we've elected, right? That somebody can be this tricky, and he is the one, like, racking up the deficit right now on an economy that, in my opinion, kind of Obama got going. I'm not saying I agree with the tactics or how Obama got the economy back on track by just, like, pouring a bunch of money into the deficit and making, American taxpayers pay for it, and then, letting these banks give massive bonuses to their own staff. Like, I don't agree with any of that, but I do think the upswing of the economy is all from Obama. And then Trump comes in and does the tax cut deal so that he can get tax breaks, which started to jump up the deficit. So it's kind of like what he's always done, is just finding ways to just get as much money as possible, borrow as much money as possible, and then just find ways to never pay it back. But the problem I had with it is they started talking about election strategy and how there's a lot of disenfranchised people that believed in Trump because Trump campaigned to the left of Hillary, which I agree with. But then this guy went on to say with all these disenfranchised people that they voted for Bill Clinton wanting change, didn't get it. They voted for Obama wanting change, didn't get it, which is true. They didn't do a lot for the average working person. Obama was trying to fix the economy, but whatever. So those same people then voted for Trump thinking he was going to fix something. So I agree with all of that. Then he said, so keeping all that in mind, if the Democrats put in someone that's too far left and too disconnected with normal people, then the same thing's going to happen. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then they just start going back into the Trump thing. So this is the problem with left mainstream media, is they pretend to be progressive, and then they throw in this status quo solution. So you're trying to say that people that were disenfranchised from Bill Clinton, Obama, and then didn't trust Hillary Clinton, who are centered and disconnected from the everyday person, you're saying those people, if you throw in a Bernie Sanders or an Elizabeth Warren that want to end corruption, that want Medicare for all, that have nothing but policies for working class people, they're disconnected and too far left, and they're not going to have... Like, you literally set up the reason to put a Bernie Sanders or an Elizabeth Warren in, and then said that that's not the solution. So, I mean, this is just... And I don't usually watch mainstream media, and this is fucking why. The only reason I'm watching it now is so that I can fucking make these videos... Sorry, too much cussing. I need to be more professional. But so I can dig through and at least present this kind of rationale to it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I completely losing my mind? Do I need to remember to turn my phone the other way so I don't make videos like this? Anything you want to comment below. Join us Sundays on Facebook for the live chat at 11. If you want to watch it after the fact, we just record it from start to finish on YouTube. So follow us there at World of Grey Podcast, and like and subscribe if you would, because we do really want to grow the YouTube base to eventually make it more of a full-time gig, you know? So if you like our content, please like, follow, do all that stuff. I'm not technical, but I'm trying to help people with rational thoughts. So do me a solid and click whatever you're supposed to click. This is why I have a producer. And yeah, Pete.